Hi, I'm Sonia and welcome to today's lesson. Let me tell you something about Claire. So who's Claire, you will ask? Claire is a really nice girl who lives in the same area as me. She goes to college. And just the other day we met at the supermarket and she told me about this boy who really annoys her. And she told me that the other day she was just randomly stating that she's going to participate in a dance competition. And you know what that boy said to her? He said, "Hey Claire, go break a leg." And she got really angry at him. Now you need to tell me, do you think it was just or fair for Claire to get angry with that chap? Or whether he actually meant something nice to her? If you pay close attention to this lesson, I'm sure you'll get the answer. So let's begin. We're doing a lesson on expressions with the word break today. Let's have a look. The very first one says, break the news. Now, how can you break the news? News is something that you just hear. Maybe you hear it from someone or you watch it over TV, right? It's not something physical that you can break literally. Break the news means to tell someone or give someone any particular news which is extremely important. Mostly it's some kind of bad news which you're really hesitant or you don't really want to tell someone but you have to do it anyway, okay? So to break the news means to give important news to someone. In brackets I'm going to write mostly bad news. So maybe in a sentence you can say something like, the doctor had to break the news of Irene's cancer to her husband. Okay, that's how you can use it in a sentence. And moving on, the next one here is break a leg. Okay, so break a leg. What comes to your mind when I say that? Do I mean to say literally break your leg? Have an accident? No, I wouldn't want something like that to happen to you. Break a leg is mostly an expression that you use to wish good luck to artists especially. Alright, so let me write that down. It means to wish good luck. I hope you're paying attention right now. Mostly to artists. It can even be used randomly with anyone else as well. So maybe in a sentence you could say, I know that you're going to take part in a singing competition tomorrow. So go ahead and break a leg. The next one here is break the ice. Am I asking you to take some ice cubes and literally break them into pieces? No, we're not talking about anything like that. To break the ice is a very interesting expression. It mainly means, say for example, if you go to a party, all right, and you're not a very outgoing person and you feel a little uncomfortable among people whom you don't really know. So instead of just standing there with your glass of wine and being all quiet, you can start to try and make a conversation with someone, maybe crack a joke with somebody. And in that way you will break the ice. You will remove that awkwardness between all of you and actually get a conversation going. So to break the ice means to get a conversation or to start a conversation. So if you've attended any seminars or any kind of trainings, for example, you'll always notice that the person who's hosting the seminar or the trainer has a little quick activity before they actually start the session so that there's no awkwardness and people feel comfortable with each other. That's called breaking the ice. So maybe in a sentence you could say, well, I mostly try and crack a joke whenever I want to break the ice if I'm at a party. And trust me, it always helps. Next, what do we have? Break free. What does break free mean? Okay, it doesn't mean that you are caged into something like a cage and you've broken free, you've been set free. No, it means to break away from something. To break away from something. You know, in a sentence, you could use it like, this old-fashioned thinking, it's not so good. We need to break free from it, which means possibly to set your mind free away from something that is negative or not good for you. The next one, and this is quite a good one too, it states to break the rules, all right? It's quite self-explanatory. To break the rules means to not follow the rules. Do you know someone like that? Well, I do. I have quite a few friends who just love to break the rules and they do it all the time. Okay? So, if I want to write down the meaning for you, it basically means to not follow the rules. To not follow the rules. In a sentence, you could possibly say, well, my friend Joey, he loves to break the rules all the time. He's so rebellious. He always loves to do something differently. Moving on, we have another one here which says to break a habit. All right. Now, what do you mean when you say break a habit? It means to stop or to end a habit. Now, what kind of habits do we normally want to stop or end? Bad habits, right? You don't want to break good habits. I'm sure you don't want to do that. So, to break a habit means to stop or end a bad habit. Something that's not good for you. So, maybe in a sentence, you could say something like, well, I really need to quit smoking, but it's a tough habit to break. The next one here. It says, break a promise. This is something that you should not really do. Try and keep your promises all the time. But to break a promise basically means to not do something that you were definitely supposed to do. All right? To not do something that you were supposed to do. Do you have any relative or maybe a brother or sister who lives overseas? All right, and you don't really get to meet them much. Maybe they come home just once in a year. So imagine if your sibling has made a promise that this time I'm definitely going to come home and visit you, but he or she really doesn't make it. So what do you do then? You complain to them over the phone or over Skype and you say, well, you know what? You broke your promise with me. You promised that you would come visit us, but you didn't really come home this year. All right, so to break a promise is to not do something that you were supposed to do. Next one here says, to break someone's heart. That's the worst thing you want to ever do. To break someone's heart means to cause someone a lot of grief or to cause someone sadness, all right? To cause grief, okay, or sadness. To make someone really, really sad. Okay, so maybe in a sentence you could say something like, well, Joey proposed to Jill. He proposed marriage to her. But you know what? She said no, and she broke his heart. Obviously, the man wanted to marry her and she said no. That's the worst thing that can happen to someone. So break someone's heart is to cause someone immense grief or sadness. And finally we have to break a record. What does this mean, to break a record? Does it mean we are talking about some kind of a music playing record and we're breaking it into two? Absolutely not. Break a record means to set an extremely high record, like maybe in the Olympics or in sports. There was a record that was maintained for 14 years, and this new athlete has just recently set a record much higher than that. So what is she doing? She is breaking the record, all right? So basically it means to set a new or a high record than the previous one. Right? So possibly in a sentence you could say the athlete, she participated in the swimming competition and she broke all records, which means that she set a new or a high record which was much higher than the previous one. So if you have definitely focused on this lesson, I'm sure you have the answer to my question in the beginning. Well, yes. Claire should have not really gotten angry with that chap, because to break a leg means to wish someone good luck. It can be used for an artist, it can be used even for anyone else, all right? So these are a couple of expressions that you can use with the word break. They are also different and extremely easy to use. I hope that you watch this lesson and you keep practicing. I'm sure with everyday practice you will become really, really good. I'll be back soon with something new. Till then, you take care of